Hi everyone, hope you're okay. So a little bit of sketchbook fun. This is based on workshops I have run in the past when I've taken people out cycling and getting them to develop sketchbooks. And what I've encouraged them to do is to bear some of these thoughts in mind when they're out looking. Letting themselves be kind of in the moment and letting themselves notice what captures their eye. And these things have just been like little joggers really for giving them not guidelines, not instructions, but possibilities really. Then when we've come back, we've started working with those ideas into sketchbooks. So I thought I'd show you how they've worked for me. So one of the things I said, where on the map did you go? And so this is from a trip I did when I was cycling in Mallorca. I kind of got the idea of the shape of the map and where the road went. And what I remembered on the way. So here, I remember very clearly we were able to have a little swim. And I remember right out at the end, this point here, there's a lighthouse and there's loads of goats and they were quite cheeky. And I wrote about my experience. So that's always something I'm fascinated. And so I kind of wrote it like a diary. The most beautiful ride on Mallorca, Cap Formentor. Stunning and every now and again quite terrifying, with sheer drops inches from the edge of the road. So in doing the drawing, I'm focused and I'm in this moment, remembering something about that ride, and it gives me something, if I want to, something quite accurate to look back on when I want to remember. It's a bit more than just taking photographs for me, because I had to be present when I was thinking what I was going to draw, and then when I actually drew it, it brings it more alive back to me. So I could also be looking at what did I see, what caught my eye, and this was a ride. I remember this bit so clearly. So I was out on quite a long ride, 50 odd miles, and look, here we go, 4 hours 5 minutes, all of them in the rain. But I do remember this particular moment cycling along the Cheshire lanes and looking up, and the field must have been a bit higher than the road, and there were these cows just peering over. Now, I didn't stop, I didn't take a photograph, and I certainly don't remember what cows look like. So I googled cows, and I used that as my starting point to put that kind of snapshot down on paper. See what else. Oh yeah, another use of a map. What I've done here, a bit similar to the other one really. I've drawn the map. I used the OS map to have a look at, and I just again commented on what I remembered. So here, the very slow uphill, or the beginning of the fast downhill. Here, the place where the birds flew alongside us. I remember that really clearly, cycling along the side of a loch up in Scotland, and it's like the birds were playing with us as we were all going along on our bikes. So, this is now, look, 2011, it's many years ago, but by seeing this, I remember that really clearly, and a lot of pleasure that I had then, and I get to see it again. So this is a little bit about kind of who I was with, because I was often recording who I was with, and on this day I was with Pippa, Helen and Glynis. We were training up to ride this 100-mile sportif, and how they map that out for the participants is they start spraying these yellow arrows on the road. Oh, again, look, here we go. Wish I'd had a canoe. It lashed down for ages. The summer of 2011. So I'm going to leave it there for now for you. So this is what you could do. you know, in this weird time. You could be going out on your little walk or on your bike, just letting yourself notice what you notice. And it may be that some of that comes back with you into a drawing or a sketch. It looks like maps appear quite often, don't they? Yeah, and recording, we got more about the weather. We got drenched so much for my new winterproof footwear. The sky wasn't this colour. Here I've used. So this is a nice moment actually. I remember going with Glynis for this ride, and then we went into this cafe at Seven Sisters Farm, and I picked up their postcard and used that to make a bit of the picture. And so Glynis, she had latte, tiffin and passion fruit ice cream. Of course she did. I had peppermint tea, tiffin and lemon fruit ice cream. Delicious. So if I go back to this list, you know, I'm looking here at some of this. Who was I with? What did you eat? You know that the weather featured quite a bit. So I've never looked in all of these drawings to try and capture a picture of the whole ride, but just a snapshot, a little nugget of something that pleased me, and I worked with that. What I'm going to do in another film is come like what you can draw with, okay, and open up what we think our library or toolkit of things we can draw with is. For instance, this was blackberry juice. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Have fun if you go out. Have fun looking, have fun noticing, and take some pleasure in what you're doing. Okay, see you soon. Bye.